Hello everyone, this is Latha Akula. In this present video, we are going to study briefly about the last concept in the fundamental unit of the life, that is cell division. If we see the living organisms, there are several features are there like nutrition, reproduction, growth, etc. So in that, the growth and reproduction, how they occurs. If you see the growth, how the growth of any living organisms takes place by addition of new cells. By addition of new cells only the growth of any living organisms occurs. And how those new cells are added to the body? By these new cells, they came from the cell division. One cell divides into two cells, and these two cells divides again into four cells. Like that, growth of the cells that leads to the growth of an organism. And here, not only for the growth, for the reproduction also the cell division occurs. How? So here there is a need to produce a new reproductive cells or sex cells in our body. So when any living organism that is at the maturity time, there may be the production of reproductive cells or sex cells are formed in the body. And how those sex cells or reproductive cells were developed in the body? By the process of cell division only. And not only for these two, sometimes we'll get some injuries while playing in the grounds or by doing something, we'll get some injuries in our body. And sometimes we may attend for some surgeries also. In that time, what will happen? There may be a rupturing of the skin or muscles takes place. And later, some days, in that damaged area, the new cells are formed, right or not? So here, what is happening? So in that damaged or wounded areas, after several days, the new cells have been formed. The new skin was developed, new muscle cells were developed, and these cells, they were developed from the cell division only. Here, to replace the damaged cells, the new cells are formed in the injured or wounded area by the process of cell division only. And if we see, the cell division helps for the growth, the reproduction and repair of damages. So for all these process, the cell division is the important process. And what are the types of cell divisions? There are two types of cell divisions. One is mitosis and second one is meiosis. Mitosis and second one is meiosis. Here, mitosis and meiosis are the two types of cell divisions. If we see the mitosis, the first one is the mitosis. The mitosis is also called as equational cell division. What is another name for the mitosis? It is also called as equational cell division. And this equational cell division or mitosis, it takes place in the somatic or body cells. So where it occurs, almost all the body cells instead of reproductive cells, this process of mitosis will occur. And here, not only for the growth, they also for, so what is the importance of this mitosis? This mitosis, it helps for the growth of an organism and also for the repair of the body. So in the cell division introduction part, we have studied that. What are the importance of the cell divisions? Growth, reproduction, injuries. In that, the growth and injuries part, it was carried out by the process of mitosis. So what is the importance of mitosis? This mitotic cell division helpful for the growth and repair of the body. For example, the say a small boy, after some years he will become a man. If you see the small girl, after several years she will become a woman. And like that, what is happening there? There is a development in the bones and muscle cells. So in that boy and girl, there is a growth in the bones and muscle cells takes place. Here, the cells development, the cell division occurs in those areas, and later there is a growth in those areas and leads to the development or the growth of the particular living organisms. And not only that, here, if we get any injuries or wounds, we have already discussed, right? So to replace those damaged or injured areas. This mitosis helps, and this mitotic division that helps in the repair of the wounded or damaged areas. And in this mitosis process, what is happening? From one cell, two daughter cells were developing, and these two daughter cells, they were identical and have the same number of chromosomes, and these two daughter cells are identical to the mother cell. So in the mitotic division, what is happening? So one cell divides into two daughter cells, and these daughter cells, so they develop into two daughter cells, and these daughter cells, they were identical to the mother cells. And not only that, they have the same number of chromosomes as in the mother. If you see this mother cell, it has a 46 chromosomes, and after cell division, the same amount of the chromosomes, same number of the chromosomes are equally distributed to the two daughter cells. Hence, this type of division is called as equational division, because the same amount of the chromosomes are equally distributed to the two daughter cells, and which are identical to each other, and they are not only identical to each other, they were identical to their mother cell also. And this type of cell division is called as equational cell division. This is about the mitosis, and the next one is the meiosis. So in this video, we are going to study about a special division, that is the meiosis. The first division is the mitosis, the second division is the meiosis. And I am telling it is a special because in this special type of division, we are getting a special type of cells. So in our body, to carry out reproduction, we need a special type of cells. So these special type of cells must have half the number of the chromosomes. So already in the mitosis, what we have studied, the daughter cells have the same number of the chromosomes. But what we are studying here, the daughter cells must have the half the number of the chromosomes. And how that process we achieve? We achieve this reduction in the number of the chromosomes by a special method called as meiosis. In this meiosis, we are achieving a special type of the cells which must have the half of the number of the chromosomes, and that process is done by our meiosis. Here what is happening? The number of chromosomes were reduced to half. Hence, we can also call the meiosis as reductional division. Why we are calling it as reductional division? Because after division, we are getting the daughter cells which have the half the number of the chromosomes. That is, the chromosomal number was reduced to half. Hence, we are calling it as reductional division. And here, by means of this process of meiosis, the body is able to produce reproductive cells or gametes. So, what is the final achievement of this meiosis? By means of this meiosis, the reproductive cells or the gametes are produced. What is the importance of the meiosis? To produce reproductive cells or sex cells or the gametes. And here, what is the process? In the mitosis, what we have studied, one cell divides into two daughter cells, and these two daughter cells have the same number of the chromosomes as we see in the mother. But here, the mother cell is there, but from this mother cell, we are getting four daughter cells, not the two. So in the mitosis, we are getting only two daughter cells, but in meiosis, finally, we are getting the four daughter cells. So what is happening? For example, this is the mother cell. It is having a 46 number of chromosomes, and finally, we are getting four daughter cells, and these daughter cells will not having the same number of the chromosome. The chromosomal number here is 46, and here the chromosomal number was reduced to half. 23, we are getting the half the number of the chromosomes. What is happening? This meiosis process, it is a two-step process. One is the meiosis 1 and second one is the meiosis 2. In the meiosis 1, the mother cell divides into two daughter cells. These daughter cells have the half the number of the chromosomes. What is happening? Half the number of the chromosomes. Here 46 chromosomes are there, but finally we are getting here 23. That means the reduction process occurs in the first step only. In the meiosis 1, the number of chromosomes were reduced to half. Hence it is called as reductional division. What is another name for the meiosis 1? Reductional division. The reduction process occurs in the first step of the meiosis. And the second step, in the second step, these are the, now after these daughter cells, after proper growth, they get matured and they also divides, right? So here there are 23 chromosomes there, here also 23 chromosomes are. And these two daughter cells undergo cell division, and here the same number of the chromosomes we are getting like mitosis. So in the mitosis we are getting the same number of the chromosomes to the daughter cells as in the mother, right? Here also in the second step of meiosis, after cell division, from the mother cells, the daughter cells were getting the same number of chromosomes like the mother, and this process is similar to the mitosis. That is, meiosis 2 is similar to the mitosis. Meiosis 1, in this, the number of the chromosomes were reduced to half, hence it is called as reductional division. So meiosis, it is somewhat complicated process. In this, two steps occurs. First one is the meiosis 1 and second step is the meiosis 2. And finally we are getting 4 daughter cells which have half of the number of chromosomes. So what are the number of daughter cells we are getting in the meiosis? 4. Whereas in mitosis we are getting 2 daughter cells. In meiosis we are getting 4 daughter cells, and these 4 daughter cells are the gametes are produced. If we see in human beings, we have a male gametes and female gametes. The male gametes are produced in the testis. The meiosis process occurs in the testis, and in the female body, in the ovary, meiosis process occurs here, and we will get the female gametes egg. The male gamete is the sperms, and the female gametes are the egg or ova. So why we require the gametes must have the half the number of the chromosomes. For example, during the fertilization, what will happen? The sperm fuses with egg. The sperm fuses with egg. Sperm fuses with egg. If the sperm it is having 23 chromosomes and egg is also having 23 chromosomes, after fertilization what we'll get? We'll get zygote. And this zygote must have 23 pairs of chromosomes. How many? 23 pairs of chromosomes are 46 chromosomes. This is the final step. And here, this zygote, it undergoes mitosis. It undergoes mitosis, and finally the baby develops, which will have the 46 number of chromosomes. And instead of reducing, if the sperm is having a 46 chromosomes and the egg is having a 46 chromosomes, if these two fuse together, and finally we'll get a 92 chromosome zygote, and finally we'll not get the human being, we'll get some dinosaur like that animal. So to avoid this problem, we have a reduction in the meiosis. So because of this reduction, finally we'll get the 46 chromosomes in the zygote. This is about the meiosis. And this is about the brief account of cell division. In the next video, we are going to study about cell division for the class 11 NCERT NEET Biology. In that, we'll study about the cell division in detail. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Latha Akula Biology Tutorial. Please keep watching.